Greetings. So, Elden Ring has introduced a lot of cool features to the Souls series. They brought back power stancing from DS2, it gave us a horse for travel across the open world, it even allowed us to fast travel without resting at a bonfire, and it gave us the ability to use spirit ashes, one of which, the Mimic tier, would go on to become undeniably the strongest. Absolutely broken and OP, some might say. Until, of course, it got nerfed. The nerf didn't make it unusable, it's still pretty good, but it is indeed a shadow of its former self. But it got me thinking, what if, despite the nerfs, what if you could beat Elden Ring with only using your Mimic tier? Now, since my other challenge run videos were quite long, I would like to try making this as quick as possible, so here we go. Starting the run, I chose the Bandit as my starting class. I made my character look like a Makandan super soldier. I was going to defeat the Grafted Scion, but I slipped. I defeated God, I slapped Vare, killed the invader near Markwater Cave to obtain the Reduvia, upgraded the Reduvia as well as myself. I grabbed both halves of the Dectus Medallion as well as the Radagon Source Seal. I joined the Volcano Manor, defeated the first target to obtain the Scaled Armor. I made my way to the Altus Plateau so that the Radon Festival would begin. Defeated Radon and went to the crater to obtain the Mimic. Upgraded the Mimic as much as I could, which was +4. To upgrade the Mimic tier to the max, I need to progress Ronnie's quests. So I made my way to the Carrion Manor, but to get to Ronnie from the manor I need to defeat Loretta. And since ghost-like enemies can't bleed, my Mimic just isn't strong enough yet. So it's time to get stronger. I made my way through the academy to fight the Red Wolf of Radagon. A good first attempt, but the Mimic tier just couldn't last long enough. I tried again a couple more times, but it just wasn't happening. So I sought out Brother Torn to purchase a healing incantation, and the best one I can use right now is Lord's Heal. I also bought the Finger's Seal from the Twin Maiden Husk at the Round Table Hold. And now I think the Mimic tier should be strong enough to take out at least Margaret. Damn, we got him first try. It's very different playing like this. I so desperately just want to attack the boss, but instead I must just run up and heal constantly, which is interesting, but it's pretty fun cheering on the Mimic tier. And now let's see how he does against Godric. Again, first try, not bad. After that I grabbed Godric's Great Rune, which I would find out later that the Mimic tier is unaffected by this rune, but at least I get enough mana to cast my healing incantation twice per flask. I then attempted to defeat Loretta once more. Again, so close, but no cigar. I tried a couple more times, but still no progress. But I have a plan.
Working it all out. once and for all, Arthur.
This plan requires rebirth, so we need to defeat the Red Wolf. With the Red Wolf out of the way, we can now fight Cade plus 8. And since the Mimic tier could never really get past the first phase because of all the random enemies he'll just attack, I decided to just skip the first phase, considering it's kind of a joke anyway. Another first attempt, and now we have Rebirth, which will be very useful for later. I then did some more grinding and made my way to the teleporter in the Volcano Manor that leads to the Lord of Blasphemy. And let's see how the Mimic tier does against the Lord of Blasphemy right now. Our first attempt wasn't so bad, we got up to the second phase and almost killed him in fact, but when he starts raining down Hellfire and moving around a lot, it becomes very hard to get and to heal the Mimic, so eventually he just keeps dying. So I upgraded the spear as much as I could, and I restatted myself to use the spear more effectively. And since I'll be using Rebirth a lot, I'm going to be using my infinite larval tier method. If you want to know how to do it, I'll have the video itself linked in the description below. I also went ahead and grabbed the Flame Drake Talisman plus 2, which will raise our defenses against fire damage. A lot of attempts later, and we finally got him. Also, we could use the Blasphemous Blade, which with its Ash of War, the Mimic Tier can actually heal himself, if he lands it that is. I restatted myself to use the weapon more effectively, upgraded it as much as I could, and now it was time to get to the capital. But in order to do that, we need to defeat the Draconic Tree Sentinel, which would prove a lot easier said than done. The Blasphemous Blade's Ash of War definitely helped the Mimic Tier stay alive, but the Mimic wouldn't use it often, and anytime he would kind of get interrupted, because it has a long wind-up time, and the Draconic Tree Sentinel is very, very aggressive. So a new strategy is in order. First things first, we need to defeat Loretta, because if we can get the Mimic Tier upgraded all the way to plus 10. Loretta down, and now we have the means to upgrade our Mimic Tier to plus 10. You see, by progressing Ronnie's questline, we can actually get access to a teleporter in the Tower of Rana's Rise, which will take us to a place where we can get the remaining Love Warts that we need to upgrade our Mimic Tier. And after upgrading the Mimic Tier to the max, we can now try to take down the Tree Sentinel yet again. Close, but no cigar again. So, I need to grab a few things. First is the Incantation Golden Vow, which is in the Mount Gilmere region. I also grabbed the Great Star's Great Hammer, upgraded as much as I could, and put the Ash of War Prayful Strike on it, which is similar to the Blasphemous Blade. If you land it, you get healed, and you get healed a lot. And when doing the Ash of War, you actually get a lot of Hyper Armor, meaning you can't really be interrupted, unlike the Blasphemous Blade. So really, it's just better. So, let's see if all the work paid off. Finally, the Tree Sentinel is defeated, and now we can move on to Simpson Godfrey. Simpson Godfrey down, now for more grit, yet again. Things were looking pretty good, but then it happened. The unthinkable. I tried everything I could. I tried bleed, I tried rot, I tried restatting myself over and over, I tried black flame, but nothing was working. Plus, the Mimic Tier's AI just isn't really built for fighting the fire giant. He would just kind of stand in front of him and not really do much instead of attacking his leg. So unfortunately, I saw pretty much no other way. I mean, I tried everything I could for a lot of fucking time, but no strat was working. The Mimic Tier just is not very intelligent. It wouldn't heal itself, it would not use its weapons properly, it just kept on getting slapped. So, if you can think of a strategy to defeat the fire giant with the Mimic Tier only, by all means, let me know in a comment. That would be really cool, but I decided to just skip it, because the Mimic Tier just would not get it done. But, nonetheless, we carry on to Twinkie and Twig. And Twinkie and Twig would prove to be the very next roadblock in our journey. I went ahead and made some sleeping pots because any consumable you equipped your Mimic Tier can use and use unlimited of them. And of course the Gutskin Duo is very, very weak to sleep. And after a lot of attempts I also grabbed Radon's armor and switched to a bleed build using the Reduvia. After so much trial and error, Twinkie and Twig were felled. And now for the weird looking dog, which took the most attempts, over 2 hours, nearly 3 hours of trying.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Dormammu, Dormammu, Dormammu!
But it was all worth it, because it helped me find the ultimate build. So many close calls, so many attempts, but by the grace of our god, Beetle Boy.
Bow to your god, Beetle.
The weird-looking dog was fell. After that, we beat Gideon's ass, obtained heaven, and then battled our boy Godfrey.
Brothers floating in the air.
so it was the Mimic Tier had slain a god. You have yourself a very good one. Thank you for watching.